Long ago, in ancient Egypt, there was a young pharaoh princess who was said to be the next ruler of Egypt. Her name was Amunatra, and she had great dark intentions, as she was not very pleasant. Although she had everything her heart desires, she was selfish and greedy for power, yet could not wait to be queen. Until her father had her son. He called the boy Akhenaten, who was now next in line for the throne, as he was born a man, and she would no longer be queen. Trying to reason with his child, she refused to listen, as she was infuriated, vowing to lay a curse on her family. Her father, the pharaoh, stopped her and cast her out of the dynasty. Upon this, she learned dark magic as she prayed to the dark gods for great power. And she soon got that great power, where she then attacked the kingdom, threatening to destroy everything if he does not reconsider and give her the throne. Her father, calling upon the high priest, the one before Imhotep, he then imprisoned her, laying a curse upon her, and as part of her punishment she was mummified alive and buried, where she would swear vengeance if she should ever be dug up. The pharaoh thought it befit that she does not have a marked grave, as in time finding her will be difficult, until now. Shortly after, Imhotep sets Akhenaten free, but keeping the mercury chains around him. Akhenaten says, "So you find the bracelet of Anubis, and then a secret order that has been loyal to my sister for thousands of generations all of a sudden dig her up, and the first thing that happens is the bracelet gets worn. But they need, according to legend, I need to be at the Golden Pyramid, where I will awaken the Scorpion King and the army of Anubis. As long as I don't go there, I should be good. I just got to try and get this thing off." "You don't know the legend as well as I do." "What do you know of the legend?" said Imhotep. "Surely you heard of the legend." "Only bits of it, that the Scorpion King was a legendary warrior before our time." "Yes, but you know if she does not get to the pyramid, upon the third day the bracelet will suck the life out of her." "Oh, I think I missed that one," said Evelyn. "Don't worry," said Imhotep. "We will find a way from this. We must find the pyramid and the oasis." "Yes, we must. But I don't know where that is, as it's always been a legend. A story, really, that my father told me, and that your predecessor of a priest told me when I was a child." "You are going to help us, Akhenaten." "Well, I do have my terms. I want to not be put back into Mercury during my containment, and then I may reconsider, well, trying to not bring upon the end of the world, because my sister is far dangerous than I am, and there's a reason my father put her where she deserved to be. But all I can say is that putting on that bracelet, you just set up a chain reaction that could bring upon the next apocalypse. Raoul then says, "This pyramid is in Egypt, right?" "Yes. I'm sorry, who are you?" Raoul Tay, Foundation historian. I have worked in some departments. My expertise have been requested here. You look very Egyptian to me. Well, I am Egyptian. I see. Well, if we are going to this pyramid, odds are Hamonatra will also go there. Let me talk to her. What, so you can bide your time and try and force with her? No, Imhotep. She is dangerous. And she will do her best. Let me be a messenger. At least let me do that, said Akiten. And if you, like you said, if I step out of line, you can lay a curse on me and imprison me, do whatever. I value this time that you've given me. Very well, said Imhotep. Meanwhile, back at a hidden location, Hamunaptra feeds off the living, regenerating her body to a human-like state. The curator then says, "My lady, the Foundation have the bracelet of Anubis, and the spear too. Then we must take them. Or, sis, you could basically follow them to Egypt." Coming out of the darkness, Akiten appears. "Akiten, my brother, the one who was going to take my throne." If it is any consolation, Father did not see me fit for the throne and was going to give it to his high priest, Imhotep. I dislike him as much as you do. But he is using me for his help and his welfare. Listen to me, sister. They are heading to the pyramid, the golden pyramid of where the Scorpion King lays. They are planning to awaken the Scorpion King and summon the army of Anubis. But of course, you know the story. To control the army of Anubis, one must pierce the heart of the current controller of the army with that spear of Anubis. Yes, and I plan to go there. If they're going there, then it will save us trying to get the bracelet. Yes. Why are you helping me for, brother? As I said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Anyway, I'm only here telepathically. My physical form is back with Imhotep. But go to the pyramid. You must find it. I don't know where it is. The bracelet will guide us. That much I know. I will alert you, said Akiten. Akiten then fades from his astral form and returns back to his body, saying to Imhotep, "It's done. She's going to the pyramid, following us there." Right. But why must we stall? What did the bracelet do when you put it on? I don't know, I just sort of touched it, and then the bracelet starts off a projection of a map. A map to the Golden Pyramid. So, this is the map. Egypt. Then Egypt we must go. They then board on a private jet from the Foundation, and then set off to Egypt. Why? How does this Foundation afford all this? How much money do they have? A jet pilot then says, "We have enough." Director Griffin has a lot of ties. "I see," said Akiten. As they fly on, the night comes in and they sleep. While they sleep, Akiten astroforms again to Karmanatra and says, "Sister, we know where the pyramid is. A map has guided us. We can now begin our plans." "Your plan?" said Harmonatra. "I plan to take the army of Anubis and rule this earth, as I could not rule Egypt in my life. I will rule the world in this one." "What do you want out of this, little brother?" "Only to serve at your side, be your second in command. I tried to rule the roost, but clearly a power that I cannot obtain, so I must go for the next best thing. We will also condemn Imhotep to the underworld." "You have a deal," said Harmonatra. Then, as Akiten returns to his physical form, Akiten then says, "Why do you want my sister knowing of this?" "Because," said Imhotep, "we are going to trap her, and stop her and the Scorpion King. Also, if she should get to the pyramid, would she be able to remove the bracelet? The bracelet will come off, but another wearer will soon put it on. They will unlock the army of Anubis, and we will be fucked." "Very good." They then arrive at the oasis, where they see the trees. "So what? We are having to walk through this?" said Akiten. "Yes," said Raoul, as he grabs a machete and says, "According to the stories, the pyramid is said to be right in the heart of the oasis. Come on, let's go." "Yes, I want to get this thing off as soon as. I mean, it's already the second day. If I don't get there tomorrow, I could be dead." They then begin their traipse through the jungle, where they come across many corpses and many remains of those who had tried to seek out the pyramid before. Also wondering, have you ever noticed in here, there is not one sign of life here. No animals, no nothing, just trees," said Raoul. "Yes," said Imhotep. "It is forged from the underworld, elements of the dead. It is not going to be a pleasant place." Then, as they continue traipsing on through the woodlands and the forest and the jungle, they then stop for the night. Evelyn worrying, as night has come. "I do worry." "Do not worry," said Imhotep. "We will find our way to the pyramid." Then, the pilot of the jet then says, "Hey, you lot! Look!" Then, from a far distance, they see a golden beam. Akiten then says, "It is the pyramid. We are nearly there." We should be able to reach that by tomorrow. Have patience, Evelyn. We will stop this. I better alert the Foundation, said the pilot. I'll alert the Foundation and tell them to have an army ready. If this is going to wake up the army of Anubis, as you say, I'll broadcast our location. Very well, said Imhotep. Then, the pilot sends out a signal to the Foundation base. There, the Foundation operative then says, "Ah, it's Imhotep and the team. I think we picked up their location. We must head there. It'll take a while. We can use one of our sorcerers to do a translocation spell." Yes, we could. Could he get us there to the oasis? I don't know. No, said one man who appeared as a wizard. I can take you next to the oasis, but my magic cannot intervene with anything within that forest. I hope you can understand, and it's going to take a lot of us to do a translocation. I can do groups of you at a time if you hold on, but it will be difficult. But I can get you there. Get many other wizards who know this spell. Also, may we hope this army is a small one. The next day, Imhotep, Akiten, Raoul, and Evelyn soldier on through the jungle. As they do so, Raoul then says, "So you're handling this whole supernatural thing very well." Evelyn then says, "After that day in London, when portals started opening, it's never been a surprise anymore. I've always had that feeling that we're not alone in this universe, and that gods are real, and now I know. I just wish I knew of these myths and legends." They then move forward, but then hear something in the woods, in the trees. They're then startled by mummified creatures that look like monkeys, who attack them. That is when they all spring into action and start fighting them, trying to destroy them and stop them all. As one jumps out after another, Imhotep then changes into his fighter mode with his swords and his cape and starts scaring off and fighting the mummified monkeys. As for Raoul, he gets out his gun and starts firing away. As for Evelyn, she then takes cover. As they carry on running through the jungle, they fight and run, going off course. They then fall down into a hole. As for the pilot, he gets killed in the ordeal with the evil monkey mummies, but losing them. Imhotep then leads them out and crawls them all the way back to the surface, only to find that night has fallen. They then carry on traipsing through the darkness. And Raoul then says, "I wish we could stop." "How come you do not tire, Imhotep?" "I am undead. I slept for over 2,000 years. Come on, we must keep going." "Yes, of course." "You know, I do appreciate this freedom that you are giving me, Imhotep," said Akiten. "You're still not getting free. I have vowed to the Foundation to keep you prisoner." "Very well," said Akiten. Then, as they traipse on, they then see the sun begin to rise. With it being the third day, They then run. They run so fast, just managing to avoid the sunlight from touching them. They then arrive at the pyramid and get into the shadows of the pyramid. The sun touches them and the bracelet undoes itself. Evelyn throws the bracelet, keeping it away. Raoul then says, "Thank goodness we made it." Taking out of his rucksack the spear, he goes, "How is this still a spear? I mean, it doesn't look like one." "Oh, it opens into one. We need that for if we should come across the Scorpion King. He could awaken." Then, as they look upon the pyramid, Evelyn is then, chest is torn open and her heart. There Hamunaptra appears, saying, "Thank you, Imhotep, for leading me here. Get the bracelet and the spear. We are going into this pyramid, where we will seek my just reward." "Well done, brother. You're not so useless after all." "Just go with it," said Imhotep. "Why did you kill Evelyn for? You didn't need to do that," said Raoul. "Oh, her soul, her life force just feeds me. I want to have the army of Anubis, and I will. Now, shall we make our way into the pyramid?" With her followers all in every corner around the pyramid, they then go inside. As the whole pyramid lights up, they walk around where they tend to find the tomb and seal of the Scorpion King.